Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to TradeStation. This is another edition of our TradeStation Trading App Store Showcase. And today we're privileged to have Tom Nocito here from Simplemente Trading Systems, and he's going to talk about some of the trading systems that he has in the Trading App Store. We'll get to Tom in just one moment. Keep in mind that the following presentation is for educational purposes only. All of the symbols and trading ideas discussed are for educational purposes and are not recommendations. Active trading isn't suitable for everybody. Please take a look at the disclosure information that I'm going to push into the chat, and you can find additional disclosure information on the TradeStation website. So Tom, it's great to have you with us today. Take it away. Looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with Tom. So everybody, while we're waiting for Tom, just a couple of things I want to talk to you about. We started a new podcasting series where we talk to professional traders and authors and market professionals. We've done John Bollinger, John Person, we've done Larry Williams. So you can find those podcasts on Google Play or on the Apple Store, iTunes. So definitely take a look and check those out and subscribe to our upcoming podcast. We're going to be talking with Jack Schwager, who wrote Market Wizards and has a new updated book on the futures markets. And we're going to be talking to Mark Chaikin, who has written a number of innovative and proprietary indicators that I'm sure you'd be interested in. So take a look at those, or not take a look at, but listen to those podcasts and subscribe. If you don't have iTunes or you don't have Google Play, you can also find our podcasts on YouTube. So you can find them just about anywhere depending on what technology you're using. And Dimitri, that is a great idea. So during the presentation, I will push the links to the podcasts into the chat. I don't have them with me right now. I wasn't really prepared to talk about it, but I definitely will do that. That's a great idea. I'll do that. Thanks.
Michael, can you hear me?
Yes, Tom, it's all yours. You sound great.
Well, let's hope the internet doesn't cut out. They're doing road construction around here. I apologize to everyone for that, but unfortunately I can't control when they decide to dig up the streets. But anyway, my name is Tom Nocito. I'm here with my wife, Sandra Bellisi, and we are Simplemente Trading. And this is our first webinar with TradeStation that we get to do, so I apologize in advance if I trip over myself. I've not done one of these, so this is kind of new to me. I wanted to first start by, I know everybody looks at these legal notices and every one of us have to agree to them with everything that we sign and download, but it's never too much to notice them and look at them. Futures can be very risky, and they can also be very rewarding. And we have personally found that taking a more conservative approach can make this a lot more bearable, so when you have the highs and the lows. One thing that we are very passionate about is encouraging people not to trade money they cannot afford to lose. Too often I have gotten on someone's computer that would have trouble, say having an order fill, and it would be rejected, only to look and see that they had not even enough money to cover the margin amount required. So I just implore everyone to be careful with this type of trading, and there's nothing wrong with whether it be our system or someone else's, trading them in sim for a while, get to know them, get comfortable with them, and so very much so I would encourage that. Well, who are we? Myself, I originally got started doing this trading covered call options about 15 years ago, and I particularly liked that because it was somewhat predictable, even though none of this is actually predictable, but predictable enough And I got pretty comfortable with that. Sandra is more of a discretionary trader on futures than I have ever been, and she's quite successful at that. She does run a Spanish trading room during the day, 3 hours each morning, Monday through Friday. And so also just quickly wanted to mention that if we have any Spanish subscribers on here or visitors, that Sandra is going to take this webinar and she's going to put it on YouTube, and she's going to convert it to Spanish so our friends can benefit from the information. And along those lines of trading, one of the issues I have always personally had, and what brought us to where we are now, is when it comes to discretionary trading, for me personally, it's been a very frustrating experience. And many of you may be able to appreciate this. I would have great days, I would have bad days, and then another great day and another bad day. And it almost got to the point where getting a root canal was actually, I looked forward more to that than trading in the morning. The discretional trading was hard for me. So I started looking into automated systems a couple of years ago, and I realized very early on that by going the way of automated systems, not only could you eliminate the emotional side of trading, which is really what hurts all of us, but it also allowed me to be able to look at the different chart types and different increments, time intervals, and in a very systematic way, look for a way that we can capitalize on our entries by using various indicators and things such as that. So by being able to do the thinking ahead of time while the market is running and while the system is trading, I don't have to be making those split decisions as to whether or not I want to enter the market. So for me personally, an automated system has made life a lot easier. We have various products in the TradeStation App Store, which we'll talk about some of them briefly here. Also wanted to let you know that as far as a company, we are very hands-on, we're very transparent. We offer support both by email and by live chat during the mornings. So some of our customers that are trading our systems, there may be questions that come up, even something as simple as, you know, the mini Dow just went short. Is this correct? Some people that just want to make sure that their charts are set up right, or whatever the case may be. But we have somebody that is able to answer your questions, bilingual, both English and Spanish, immediately. So that is that chat is live, and so that's typically from about 7:30 in the morning, about 12 noon Central Time, which is the majority of the time that our systems actually trade. So we're never too far away if there's any questions or problems or anything whatsoever that needs to be, that you might need help with. As I have mentioned, we are a family-owned business. We believe in very conservative trading. Preserving capital is of utmost. So the design of our systems, we have that in mind. So when it comes to stops and when it comes to the types of stops and targets, we are not the type of company that believe in no stops and just so widespread that you know, a major fallout can destroy someone's account. So moving on here, just want to talk about our systems briefly. The Day Trader series, which is the one that we're going to primarily focus on today, consists of the mini Dow and the NASDAQ. And currently we are trading those on 1-minute charts. And the reason I say currently, what I want to explain is that we, in building these systems, are very proactive in our optimizing, changing course based on the market movements, the market breadth. And so there may be times when we might go from a 1-minute to a 5-minute because of the volatility, and we believe that the system would be better served. So that's why I say 1-minute charts currently. But so we are very progressive in updating our systems. The daily breakfast target series is along the same lines, but on that we are trading the mini S&P, the Russell, and crude oil. And again, all three of those are also currently on 1-minute charts. The Simplemente Gold Rush, which is one we are very proud of, has had a very, very good month. This is the only one that we currently are trading on our App Store that is not specifically in the morning hours. This runs 24 hours a day. It is a swing trader, and in the last month has probably only traded maybe 6 or 7 times.
No.
The Gold Rush, has it traded more than that, Sandra? And in this current market, it's a little tricky because it's hard to know, as I'm sure most of you would agree. Nobody really knows where this market is going. It's bobbling at the top so much. But anyway, the Simplemente Gold Rush has performed extremely well. It only traded 3 times, and 2 of the 3 were winners, and the loss was only $20 because it got out immediately when it reversed. So anyway, I encourage you to, you can go, I'll mention this now, you can go on our website at simplementetrading.com, and we do have a results page that we post our results daily. And to explain that a little bit, the results that we post are not backtesting results. They are very specifically the results of that day that we are trading. Every system that we put on the App Store, we are trading ourselves live. We don't put anything out there that we ourselves are not using. So the results that you see are the results of any trading that we did during that period, regardless of the update. So even if we've done an update where, say, we have changed our approach, maybe we're on a 5-minute chart on the particular, let's say the daily breakfast, the results that you see would be a culmination of where we are currently with our strategy and where it was on any particular day. So those are live results that were traded each and every day. We also have a couple things in development. We call this the first one there, it's the Pro Day Trader series. What we have been experimenting with and working on are not necessarily targets, and whether it be a profit target or a set stop, but we are actually building and have been in testing swing traders. So we're trying to use a percent trail so we can try to grab more of an uptrend and try to grab more of when it goes on. A lot of success with that, and we are running them each day here ourselves, and once we have a comfort level that they're ready for the general public, we will put them on the store. The Renko profit target, we have been trading with Renkos on the NASDAQ. It has been very successful in a very good percentage of wins, but we are having some trouble with data as it interacts with the easy language, and so we have actually temporarily replaced that with a 1-minute NQ NASDAQ strategy that we have on the Day Trader series that we're going to be talking about today. So the reason I'm bringing this up, the Renko strategy and any of these strategies, most developers are using, as most of you know, easy language. And easy language works well most of the time, probably 98% of the time. But with some custom chart types, they don't interact very well. So the other avenue that we have for building our strategies is by using what they call objects. And if you're not familiar what objects are, simply what an object is in the strategy, instead of waiting, well, let me back up. Let me see if there's an easier way to explain this. When you use easy language can trigger a trade and can cancel a trade and can re-trigger a trade, let's say, depending on your strategy. The problem and the difficulty with easy language at times is that it does not wait for confirmation from the TradeStation trade desk to make its next move. Objects do that. When you build a strategy in objects, it will send in the order and it will not do the next trigger until the TradeStation trade desk has verified that it has been filled. So it's a much more exacting science, if you would say, for the strategies, and not always necessary, but definitely for the custom Renko bars, which we like to use. The currency trader series, we are currently trading the dollar, the euro, and the Japanese yen. Again, that is also in development, but they swing very well, and so we are very happy with those, and we think that that will probably be the next rollout that we do. So our methodologies, I wanted to talk briefly about. We typically do not counter trend trade. We use, this says 4 different proprietary indicators, but that can fluctuate depending on which ones we feel work best for the different indexes. Again, as I mentioned, we're doing this right now on 1-minute charts, at least on the day trader series. We look for the same things we all look for, momentum, strength, trend, volume, and so we have been able to come up with a good mix that has been fairly successful, been very successful in helping us be able to confirm the entries that we are looking to make. The day trader trades only in the mornings, 8:45 in the morning, so we wait until after that first. Now this is Central Time. Actually, I just realized that's actually a mistake. It's 8:45 Central Time, and it's 9:45 on the Eastern Time. The reason that I put exchange time on here, I just want to mention on our charts, which we're going to talk about later, it's very important why that is there, because we trade these in such limited times, our strategy is specifically designed to trade on exchange times. And I had already mentioned about the optimizing. We do optimize every 10 to 14 days. We have had some instances where we have done updates in the same week if we felt it was something that was absolutely critical to the performance and the success of the strategy. Our backtesting, and this is very important, we use minute and tick intervals. So that way we are capturing the movement of the individual candles. If you do not backtest and if you do not build your strategy, you could actually miss where, say, a candle retraces in it, and the strategy on the backtesting is merely reading the candle and not the activity that was going on in the candle. We strongly recommend the use of a VPS. We personally use 2 different companies, a virtual private server. And this is especially important if you're outside of the USA. We have seen personally where the further people are from Chicago and New York, we could see a deterioration of how different trades have been, how they've been executed. I never thought that would be the case with the internet, but it actually very surely is the case. So we have a VPS both in Chicago and we have one in New York. And if you would like to send us an email, we would be able to give you some recommendations. There are actually companies out there that only specialize in trading. So they offer a variety of services. You can get either just a VPS, or you can actually have them monitor your trades for you. So there's different levels available, and so I would strongly recommend that. whether you use our system or anybody else's for that matter. So I wanted to show you a couple of examples. If you look at the picture there on the left, it'll show you a couple of the trades. The first one is obviously one that we all like very well. It grabbed the trend right away, it took profits, and it got out before that started going sideways. If you look at the second trade, these are the ones that become more challenging. You can see that the entry, it picked it up right. It saw it. It had taken profits here. It dwindled down. It started going back up. And then it started going back down. Well, eventually this one did take profits, but there are times when that exact setup has gone against us. But unfortunately, we can't win them all, and it's just part of trading, as I'm sure we all know. The one to the right, again, just another example. On the NQ on this one, you can see where it went down and it picked up the momentum, and then of course this retraced, but it did eventually take the profits there. So here on the NASDAQ, again, just a couple of more trades. You can see where it picked up the trend here, and it easily took profits. The one on the right was particularly good because I don't know that that could be any more perfect than what that one is right there. Currently on the NASDAQ, our profit target is $50, and our stop is currently at $100. On the mini Dow here, the YM, actually this is also the NASDAQ, but the Dow, the targets are 75 for the profit target and 125 for the stop. The reason that they are different is that we have found in building our strategies that we can sometimes grab a little bit more, or sometimes we have to grab a little bit less based on the volatility of the underlying index. The YM has a tendency to move a little slower, and the NASDAQ, as I'm sure everybody knows, has a tendency to be a little more moving, a little wilder. And then the TF can be just crazy, which we trade on our breakfast series. If you're interested in trying any one of our products, you can go to the Trading App Store. The link at the bottom where it says visit the Trading App, it's actually a link you can click on. It will open up the page, and that will take you to our page that's got the 4 products that we are currently offering on the App Store. So as many of you probably know, you click on the trial button, and then you will get the box that will pop up and let you log in. And of course, you'll have to accept the terms and conditions, and then you will be able to have the product. When you launch your TradeStation platform, it should automatically pop a box up that allows you to launch the product. But for some reason, if it does not, because there is the ability on your platform to shut off the updates, simply go to View on the platform and click on Trading App Store Updates, and it will take you directly to the store and the items that you're subscribed to, and you'll be able to launch it from there. I wanted to talk a little bit about our charts and how we set them up. When you download one of our products and you launch it, these are obviously already preset, and so it's very important to not duplicate. Well, you can duplicate our chart, but if you recreate one and add the strategy, which some of our subscribers have done, it can cause problems for you. because you will miss things that are very important to the settings that will affect the strategy. So when you load the strategy, you'll see here on the input, you can have the only input you have is to be able to put the number of contracts that you would like to trade. Currently that's unlimited. I haven't placed any limitations on that, but that is the only input that you can control. Also, you will see over here we have it set automatically on the second intervals because this is a 1-minute chart, and we do put the commissions in there. We don't add slippage, and here's why we don't add slippage, very simply. Because we see slippage happen both ways. We have slippage where we have gotten in a tick or two late, and we've seen it where we've gotten a tick or two out. And so in our trading, we haven't noticed a lot of difference to where we felt compelled to put a large number in here. We think that takes care of itself, but we do put the commissions in there. Also important with backtesting, if you look at that picture there on the left, you will see that the second choice down is checked. And again, we use this specifically in our backtesting because it requires the matrix, and it has to go 1 point past the price in order to be considered filled. If you don't have that checked, then it will simply touch the price and it will fill it if you're backtesting. Live trading, at least for us, 99% of the time, it has to go past the target price in order to get filled. So that's an accurate setting for that particular part of it. The one on the right is also very important, especially the bottom two right here. If you are not using a VPS and your internet decides to turn on and off like ours seems to do so often, if you have these checked and your strategy triggers and it goes into a position, if your position immediately goes negative several ticks, it will go ahead and it will put the stop in, and it will send that stop to TradeStation. The same way that if you go into the position and it starts to go in your favor, it will put in the target. It will not do both at the same time. So when you are trading this automated system, if the market is fluctuating up and down in your favor and then negative against you, you will actually see the target place, then you will see the target disappear, and you will see the stop place. But one or the other will always be placed. If you do not see one or the other when there is a specific stop and profit target, then immediately you have to manually make sure that you close that position where you want to and reset your strategy. So a couple of do's and don'ts per se that I wanted to go about and talk about. First of all, we do run it's a 10-day free trial. What I always recommend to everyone, and again, whether it's our system or someone else's, get to know what you're trading. Don't put so much faith in anything that you just turn it on and then you walk away. Learn the system so you know how it interacts, so you can at least somewhat perceive what to expect. Also, so you can make sure that your computer, the caches are cleaned, things have loaded properly. There's many reasons, even simply just to gain confidence in the system. I strongly recommend that at least during the trial period that you run our systems in simulation, and feel free to reach out to us with any questions or comments. Again, as I want to mention that we try to be very transparent. So in any way that we can help you understand exactly what we're doing, or help you to and be able to make sure that things are set up properly. And I already mentioned about a VPS, a private virtual server. And again, I can't recommend any stronger the importance of this because we have found too many times with some subscribers we have that it would be in the middle of trading and they would lose their internet or their computer would crash, only to get their systems back up, and it's not the outcome that they were looking for. On our downloads, you will see at the App Store there are PDFs with each one of our products, and they do a couple of things. It will explain exactly what the targets are, what the times are that we trade, and since they can change, I would recommend that if you have our product and you get an update, that you go back to the App Store and you re-download that PDF, because there may be important changes that we made that we would be making you aware of. There is also a second PDF on there that will explain what to do with your chart. When we upload our products to the TradeStation App Store, we use a continuous contract. And the reason for that is because once any developer uses a specific symbol in their trading app, they cannot change it. So the second PDF that you will find on there will let you know that you have to change that to whatever the current code is. And along with that, for our subscribers, as we see that it is time to change, we watch that period where that conversion is made, and when we see that the continuous contract matches up with the current contract, then we will let our subscribers know that it is time to change that contract. So we do that monthly and quarterly and whatever the underlying index of our systems require. And I had mentioned about the updating we do regularly, and so we strongly admonish that our workspaces not be in any way added to or reconfigured. Some of our subscribers would say, add a matrix or maybe add any other type of indicator that they want to use. And the problem with that is when you receive an update, if we've changed the time interval on any of our charts, you're going to need you're going to have to be able to download a new chart, and you might lose everything that you put on it. And along with that, again, as I had already mentioned, not to try to recreate the chart because of some of the things that I've shown you. If they are not set properly, then that could be a problem for you. As an example, if most of you are probably familiar with the charts, if you format symbol, one of the choices at the bottom is the time zone exchange. And I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it here up on my screen for a second because this is very important. I want to be able to share this. Oh, here it comes. Oh, there it is. If you see here under the time zone, it's set to exchange. And that is very important because within the language of our strategy, that is required in order for the strategy to work. If you put that on local, what was happening with some of our, one subscriber that I know of, it may have happened to more, is that instead of trading in the mornings, he was getting trades at 2 o'clock in the morning because it confused the strategy. Now that comes preset when you download, but this is just one more reason why we strongly encourage everyone to not try to manipulate or reduplicate our workspaces. Of course, copying and pasting is fine, but outside of that, I wouldn't recommend you do anything. We talked about the continuous contract and the PDF that would be connected there. Again, please contact us or contact us on our chat in the mornings specifically. You can email us anytime. We monitor our email quite regularly, but the chat is only on in the morning. So if we can be any assistance in helping you set up. One of the things that we will do, and that we have done for many of our subscribers, is we can do a remote session, and we can get on your computer and we can make sure that you're set up properly, and to make sure that nothing in, say, your cache or anything is interfering and stopping anything from loading. I wanted to show and explain this a little bit. It's not quite as complicated as it looks, and I would imagine that most know what this is. But if you don't, the important thing here is to clean out the cache and the T-cache files from the TradeStation on a regular basis. We try to do it daily, if not every couple of days, but at a minimum once a week. Files in here will build up, and sometimes it has happened that when you would get an update from the App Store, these files that have accumulated will actually interfere with the update. And we've had situations such as the whole strategy just disappear. It's there, but something in the cache files would block it. And so we would do a remote session, we would get on someone's computer, and we would clean the files out. And 85% of the time, that fixes the problem without going much further. One other thing I wanted to point out on the screen is if you look right down here, you're going to see a file called TSSN. And you can also safely delete this file if you're having any problems launching anything from the trading app store. What that does, if you delete that file, then it will force your platform to reconnect and communicate with the trading app store. And so a lot of times that can also help make sure that things are working properly. There are steps that we go further that I did not put on these slides. That's involved with keys and stuff in your computer, and it's a little bit more involved, but we can do that to help you. And the reason we do this is because quite simply, if you call TradeStation and you tell them that you're having an issue, you think, with your platform or with your trading strategy, they're going to tell you that we are your first point of contact. And so we have just found it easier to help our subscribers instead of just saying, hey, it's not our system, you're going to have to go back to TradeStation, try to get a tech on the phone. We have just felt that it's the best thing is just to get on and help you and get you on your way and get things working. So again, if you're not sure about this, this is something we can help you with. We can set up a live session and we can chat back and forth, and I can explain exactly what you need to do and help you out with that. Also, I would strongly recommend you do regular backups of your TradeStation platform because it's like anything else that we have. Cell phones, internet, they all fail and crash at times, and this is certainly no exception. So just as a recap, why Simplemente Trading, why our Day Trader series. Again, as I mentioned, Sandra and I's experience, we attempt to be very transparent. We are open to ideas. We actually encourage it. And our goal is to build systems that not only that we have in the App Store, but ones that we are trading our own money in. We did not initially start out to put these on the App Store. It was my intention initially only to build these for our own trading, but with the clients that Sandra has in her trading room and talking about our goals and the things that we wanted to do, we were pressed pretty hard by many of her clients to make them available, and so we have, and so we're glad we have. Some have, many have benefited from them, and so we're certainly glad about that. We are dedicated to customer service. If you email us, I can promise you that within a few hours, if not by the next morning, you would receive a response. And again, our live chat, which many of our subscribers take advantage of. And many days, that chat is very active, even sometimes with just simple questions. The other thing, which I've not talked about yet, even though I've been redundant and probably repeating myself a couple of times, our automation and our strategy systems are all built in-house. As I have mentioned, we are a family-owned business. Both myself and my son primarily build and work on the strategies. Although I have another son who also works with us, Daniel, and he is taking care of our websites and all that kind of good stuff. But at the same time, I'm also having him learn the easy language. So my philosophy in business has always been that the more you can cross-train, the more we can all benefit. So if everybody is working on programming, that is going to only be a benefit. At the end of the day, that's really what we want. We want automated systems that work. So the more people in our organization that are doing it, the better off I feel that we will be. So, and also, again, I want to mention, I had already mentioned one other time, but if you go to our website at www.simplementedaytrading.com, we do have a results page that is posted. It's updated each morning of the previous day's trades. So I would encourage you to look at our results. I think you will find that the results are in line with, if not better than, many of the trading systems out there. And again, we on a daily basis and on a continuous basis, we are always going to be looking to enhance them and make them better. So I don't know if anybody has any specific questions for me at this time, but I'm checking the chat, so I'll see if there's anything here for me. Michael, I don't see any questions in particular for us, so I just want to again thank TradeStation for allowing us to have this webinar. I hope I didn't trip over my words too many. It's the first time that I've done this in a long time, so I'll make sure the next one's better. But thank you, Michael.
Tom, that was a great presentation. It was great to have you share all that that information about TradeStation in addition to your products. I pushed a link into the chat to your store in the App Store, and so you can find that, so anybody can find that in the chat. And I appreciate you spending the time with us today, Tom. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Everybody, thanks for joining us. Make sure you visit our website and take a look at VideoStation inside the platform. Lots of great events coming up the rest of this month and next month. So definitely tune in to another TradeStation educational event. Thanks everybody for joining us, and have a great evening.